Hello students, today we'll be going to study about muscular tissue and nervous tissue. As you all know that our chapter structure organization in animals is going on. In that series we will be going to study about muscular tissue and nervous tissue. Myo, sarco and motor are terms concerned with the muscles. Muscular tissue constitute the muscles made up of cells which are in the form of contractile fibers varying in lengths. So the fibers are bound together by connective tissue, but they have no intercellular substance. Myoblasts give rise to muscle fibers. Myocysts are muscle cells. Each fiber consists of fine fibrils called myofibrils present in the cytoplasm known as sarcoplasm. Sometimes the muscle fiber is externally covered by a membrane termed as sarcolemma. So special property of muscular tissue is contractility. That is, the cells of muscular tissue can shorten considerably and return to the original relaxed state. The muscle cells contract in a specific direction. Another property of muscle is the electrical excitability. It is due to the energy stored in electrical potential difference across the plasma membrane. So the type of muscles in which the movement is under our control are called voluntary muscles. Just like we can move our hands and legs, etc. So their voluntary muscles are present. In the type of muscles where movement of our body cannot be in our control, so that are called involuntary muscles that are present in our intestine, stomach, etc. In this style, we would study different types of muscular tissue. So first is skeletal muscle tissue. That is also called striated or stripped muscles. These muscles are found in limbs, body walls, tongue, pharynx, beginning of the esophagus, and are under the control of animal's will. So the structure I have already told you. These muscle fibers occur in bundles and are normally attached to the skeleton. We have studied about this chapter in locomotion and movement. Each muscle fiber is an elongated cell surrounded externally by a delicate membrane called the sarcolemma. Just beneath the sarcolemma, in each fiber, many nuclei occur at irregular intervals. So this is called synectial condition, means which fibers are having multinucleated nature, so they are called synectial. The cytoplasm of each fiber has a large number of myofibrils which are tightly packed. So thick myofibrils and thin myofibrils are present here, and function of skeletal muscles are I have discussed earlier that they are under the control of animal will. Calcium is an essential element for the contraction of muscles. In the presence of calcium ions, um, ions and energy from ATP, actin and myosin interact forming actomyosin, which causes contraction of muscles. Next type is smooth muscle fibers. So the smooth muscle fibers are found in posterior part of esophagus, stomach, intestine, lungs, urinogenital canal, and urinary bladder, blood vessels, iris of eye, and dermis of skin. They are present here, and their structures are these muscle fibers or cells are elongated and spindle shaped. So each fiber contains a single oval nucleus surrounded by the cytoplasm. So you all know cytoplasm here is called sarcoplasm. In the cytoplasm, the myofibrils are arranged longitudinally. There is no sarcolemma. However, the fiber is enclosed by plasma membrane. So function of these smooth muscles are they help in peristalsis. Peristalsis means which occur in the alimentary canal, that movement by which food from our esophagus to stomach and stomach to intestine moves on. So this is not under the control of animal's will. So these are again two types: single unit smooth muscles and multi-unit smooth muscles. Now next one is cardiac muscle fibers. Cardiac muscle fibers are found in the walls of heart, in the walls of large veins just like pulmonary vein and superior vena cava, where these veins enter the heart. So structures are these fibers show the characters of both unstripped and stripped muscle fibers. Each fiber is long cylindrical structure. Fibers are uninucleated and the nuclei lie near the center. So these fibers have some lateral branches known as oblique bridges. So, but the myofibrils have transverse faint dark and light bands which alternate with each other. In this way, cardiac muscles are also stripped muscles but having dark intercalated disc in the center. So unique feature of cardiac muscle is that they are supplied with both central and autonomic nervous system and not under the control of will of the animal because they are involuntary. However, these muscles never get fatigued and thus they are immune to fatigue. Blood capillaries penetrate the cardiac muscle fibers. They have the property of contraction even when they are isolated from the body temporarily. So these are 1 to 3 central nuclei involuntarily and branch cells are present. So this is the fourth type of animal tissues that is called neural tissue or nervous tissue. The special properties of cells of nervous tissue are excitability and conductivity. Excitability is the ability to initiate nerve impulse in response to stimuli. So stimuli is basically changes outside and inside the body. Conductivity means the ability to transmit a nerve impulse. The reaction is called response. So the response may be sensation such as pain or some activity such as muscle contraction or glandular secretion. So components of neural tissue are neurons, neuroglia, neurosecretory cells. So in detail, we have studied about neurons in the previous chapter, human physiology. So you can learn the structure of neuron from there. Some more terms I'm going to use here. That's a synapse. I think everyone knows what is synapse. Synapse is a site of junction between terminal hybridization of axon of one neuron and the dendrites of another neuron. In simple language, synapse is the gap between two neurons. So it may be, it's a microscopic gap about 200-degree Armstrong. So types of neuron we'll be studying in the next slide. These are different types of neurons: bipolar, unipolar, multipolar. First of all, we'll study about unipolar. So unipolar, such neurons have a single process, means projection, which arise from cytone. True unipolar neurons with with one axon and no dendrite are found in early embryos of invertebrates and vertebrates. The next is bipolar neuron. These neurons have only two processes, means one axon at one end and a dendrite at another end. Bipolar neurons are found in retina of eyes. When you will study the structure of eye, then you will study the function of these bipolar neurons, olfactory epithelium and cochlear and vestibular ganglia, and means vestibula, cochlea and vestibules are the parts of membranous labyrinth of internal ear. The next is multipolar neurons. These neurons have several dendrites and one axon. So motor neurons and interneurons are multipolar. They are most common type of neurons. Multipolar neurons occur in the gray matter of brain and the spinal cord.